Snazberry, really like it.
Well, I appreciate that. That's for this evening's Tri-Township School Corporation meeting. We're supposed to be talking about it. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The board members have received minutes from the April previous meeting. Can I ask for a motion for approval?
Motion approved. Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. No personnel items this evening,
Correct.
so we're going to move it on to a plain docket.
I'll make a motion to approve the claim docket.
And do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. Continue moving on to a balance sheet for information purposes. So, page 15. Any questions by the board on the balance sheet? Can you move it on to public comments? Are there any public comments this evening on the agenda?
I got two of them.
Yes, sir.
I asked last month about the used job maintenance vehicle. How was it taken off back then?
Well, yeah, we wanted to do some more research on it, so we've added it back on for tonight.
Okay,
And it's not been purchased yet.
It actually has been purchased. Yep.
Should have been. Tell us approved.
The board gave me approval to go ahead and make the order, and we're getting official board approval tonight. We've had it on the docket at least two or three times
Right.
since October, so. What else?
how many buses used for Fort County Special Ed?
They've requested to use one bus for a trip to Indianapolis.
Okay, I have no problem with that. We're gonna finally get the hook replacements and we're glad that net up is coming week from next week.
I hope so.
One last question. Where are we on this all-purpose track? Still kind of getting bids or figuring out where it's gonna go?
Yep, still trying to get pricing, and right now with the amount of construction going on in the state and every other one, because of the dollar sitting there, it's hard to get 2 and 3 solid prices so that we kind of know what direction we want to go. But that's what kind of where we're working at right now.
That's understandable.
Yep.
That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Any other public comments? We'll continue moving on to HVAC.
Yeah, so we got the HVAC unit installed at the Tiger Den. I believe I shared some pictures with you guys from the day of installation. Everything seems to be working fine. We do need to get the control side of things, which is Train controls us down there at that end. They need to come because right now we've kind of got a temporary setup with one of the thermostats. So we're working to get them out on site and tie that together. But the unit itself, installation went off without a hitch. So we're very happy with that. So just wanted to give you an update there. We purchased, and you've got a copy of the bill of sale of the utility maintenance vehicle. And I did pick that up myself, and it is here on campus, locked in the shed. Scott has used it and has raved about it, very happy with it. Says high quality machine, that we got the right one.
Wasn't that like $4,000 or $5,000 when you originally started discussing that project on the UTVs?
Yes,
Just to make sure, because we did have that, how many different vendors did we have that quoted with? 4 or 5?
at least 4 or 5, yeah. And we had quotes as high as 28
Right.
for a model. We ended up spending, I believe it's 17 grand and change. And got the only one with a long bed, which Scott says is ideal. He just said it's a really solid machine, so. So I need the official board approval for that purchase.
Motion to approve.
Do you have a second?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved.
Thank you. Number 9 on the agenda is that bus usage request from the Fort County Special Olympics. Their director, we worked with her last year. She's reached out again. She is a CDL holder, provides me her yellow card, her license, and the Fort County Special Olympics insurance. And so she's looking to borrow a bus, and we've been one of the only ones willing to work with them and help them out. So that they can take a trip down to Minneapolis for some of their athletes.
Motion approved.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved.
Then number 10, the hoop replacement and divider net for this gymnasium here, so that we'll have baskets that all raise up out of the way. It will be improvement for volleyball. It will also be an improvement for our basketball feeder system, because then the baskets themselves will be able to lower down to possibly even lower than 8 feet. So we can start with our pre-K and kindergarten and start building those skills up. So approval for that quote that you have again in your packet.
Motion approved.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. Can we put the potential date for installation for that?
He is going to try to get us into the summer rotation before school starts, but it's possible that it might take a week in the fall to get that done as well. If it does, we're gonna realize a little bit of savings by getting out of their busy season. So we'll work with it at this point either way. Just on that, I will remind you that we had 3 quotes on that. We had one much higher than that. We had one that was a little bit too low. And so once I did some digging on that company, we still ended up with our initial company that has a very good reputation. Lee installs a lot of gymnasium equipment in the northern half of Indiana. So I know they're a reputable company, and so that pricing is good. Moving on to, we have 3, back to our project that we had initiated last month. We have 3 items to keep that process moving along. So we need a resolution determining the need for the project. And you have that Exhibit A. So
Do you have a motion by the board to approve the resolution for the project?
So moved. That means make a motion to approve the resolution for each project. I'll second it.
thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution approved.
Thank you. Number 12 then is the resolution approving the amendment to lease. So with our last project that added on our new hallway here, the way that that lease is constructed, attached to certain ground and parcel, we need to amend that. And so our school attorney is working on that, but we need this resolution for that, approving that amendment. And that's Exhibit B, page 27.
And do I have a motion by the board?
I'll make a motion to approve that.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved.
And then one more project related is the resolution reapproving our building corporation. As a reminder, the way that this particular kind of project is structured, we have a building corporation that had 3 people outside of this board, basically as an entity to help us with the financing piece. So we need to Exhibit C, resolution reapproving that building corporation.
I'll make a motion to approve that resolution. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution approved.
Thank you very much. And again, in regards to, before I turn it over to Brian for principal's report, I am continuing to reach out to other companies, getting referrals from reputable companies on some of the items that we have on our list, so that I can keep coming to you with more solid information as we pare down our possibilities of what we want to do with our project that, again, benefits our kids and our staff, Tri-Township now and in the future the most. And so I'll keep doing that. So that way you guys have actual apples to apples to look at and see what's the best way to spend these dollars that are coming available to us.
This project has to do with that, how much our taxes are gonna go up.
That still is in the board's hands too, as far as whether they want the taxes to trend up, what was it? 3.2 pennies, or stay in the middle at a penny, or be tax neutral. That's still, more solid numbers on, here's what we could do if we had the 3.2 pennies, here's the list of things we can get done based on the pricing I got. Or here's what we could do with a penny, or here's what we can do, shorter list, staying tax neutral. So they're kind of waiting on me and these companies to give me that information.
It's gonna be a hard one to make the way things are going right now. If we get Congress to do it one way or the other, we might be in real financial problems.
Okay.
Or I don't think the penny is gonna be worth it if we do what you think of what they can do. That's my first opinion.
Okay. Brian?
Just wanted to recognize, we had 3 musical programs, 2 at the end of March, or end of April, and 1 at the beginning of May. Well attended, all 3 of them. The one in May, the junior high school one, is always a fun time. It's set up a little bit differently. There's kids doing solos and duets, and it's just it's a really fun 2 hours. So got to enjoy that again this year. We got softball and baseball sectionals this week. We actually are hosting the baseball sectional this week, so that gets going on Wednesday. Track seasons ended up last week for junior high and high school, and we had a lot of successes there. A lot of kids placed at junior high level in the conference meet last Saturday. Even though we had some kids that were sick, they still placed pretty high. And at the varsity level, we had kids that placed well. It's just tough when you're going against some of those bigger schools at sectionals. So with that not being classed, you're going against some 3A and 4A schools. So I would say PTO this year, it revived itself. After not having a PTO for 4 or 5 years, it definitely revived itself this year. Ending with Teacher Appreciation Week, they did a couple different things for the teachers the second week of May. So appreciate that and everyone that's been involved in the PTO this year. We have academic awards next Wednesday, prom on next Thursday, and graduation on Friday. So a busy week next week. And then just the last thing, for our first year of being in the building, pre-K through 12, I know there was a lot of worries with it, but much appreciation to our staff and students. This year went as well as it possibly could. I think at the beginning of the year, we had some growing pains of being in the building together, but it's gone well. And I think we're getting used to it now. The staff's getting used to it, students, and I will tell you that I think the behavior of our kids in the hallway got better with the junior high and high school, knowing that there's little kids around. So much appreciation to our staff and students this year for something new to them and new to all of us. Yes, sir.
I would echo what you're saying. This has been a really good, fresh start, really good year. And everything that I had as a vision in my mind with the older kids helping with the younger kids, if you have the time to spend today and see it happening, it's pretty cool. We got teachers here that I think would agree with that. That's been a really good thing that we didn't have before. So we will continue to build on that, I have no doubt.
We had a lot of students, high school students help with enrichment day this year with elementary and junior high. And I just like to give a shout out to Mrs. Lance and Mrs. Augsburger and Mrs. Clemens, because that is a tough task, planning that enrichment day out. And on Monday of that week, they looked at the weather and said, well, it might rain. And so that they had to make the decision Thursday of what we were gonna do, either stay in on Friday or have our outside activities. And they had a plan either way that we went, so they took a lot of time to put that together, so appreciate them for doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
No, okay. Do we have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Now, Principal Fuller, what, you guys got $2,000 for the roundup from REMC for property, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
What was that for?
We ended up getting the arms for that, right? Yeah, the robotic arms for our STEM classes.
Just wanted to read your magazine, if I understand what they're talking about.
Yeah, so we asked for, okay, we're gonna get 2,000. We went big with that one and asked for more,
Okay,
but
thank
yeah.
you.